Children, today we are going to complete textual exercise from page number 22 of your term book 4 along with the summary of the poem Binker. Children, let us go through the summary of the poem Binker. The poem is all about an imaginary friend that the poet thinks he has since he feels very lonely and he wants to talk to someone. He explains how his friend is quite clever. He also talks about his father, mother, and nanny throughout the poem. Children, now we are going to learn about a new term called refrain. So, children, in a poem, refrain is a word, line, or even a phrase that is repeated within the lines or stanzas of the poem itself. The refrain predominantly comes in the last line or stanzas of the poem. Children, let's have a look on this example of refrain. The woods are lonely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep. So, in this poem, and miles to go before I sleep is a refrain because it appeared a couple of times in this poem. Children, we are in page number 22 of your term book 4 and we are going to complete this exercise related to refrain. Refrain is a verse, a line, a set, or a group of some lines that appear at the end of a stanza or appear where a poem divides into different sections. It is a poetic device that repeats at regular intervals in different stanzas. Sometimes this repetition may involve only minor changes in its wording. The following stanza from the poem is an example of a refrain. Oh, daddy is clever. He's a clever sort of man. And mummy is the best since the world began. And nanny is nanny, and I call her Nan, but they can't see Binker. Children, let's read the poem again and mark the changes in the refrain. Now, let's go through the second refrain from the poem Binker. And children, the first refrain is already been given in the term book. So, the second refrain is, oh, daddy is daddy. He's a clever sort of man. And mummy knows all that anybody can. And nanny is nanny. And I call her Nan. But they don't know Binker. These are all the few lines that are being repeated frequently in different stanzas of the poem Binker. Similar to the second refrain, the third refrain also is, oh, daddy's daddy. He's a daddy sort of man, and mummy is as mummy as anybody can. And nanny is nanny, and I call her Nan, but they are not like Binker. Children, here you can notice minor changes in the lines. However, few lines of this refrain remain same. Children, we are in the last refrain of the poem Binker. That is, well, I'm very fond of daddy, but he hasn't time to play. And I'm very fond of mummy, but she sometimes goes away. And I'm often cross with nanny when she wants to brush my hair. But Binker is always Binker and is certain to be there. Unlike the previous refrain, this refrain is entirely different because only few words or nouns like daddy, mummy, nanny and Binker remain same Others, you can notice significant changes in this stanza. I will meet you in the next presentation. Till then, take care and bye-bye.